Have you ever struggled with telling people your personal story of coming to faith in Jesus Christ? Do you find yourself anxious, worried, nervous, or downright fearful to greet people and talk to them about your faith journey? Today, we're going to go over 5 key points, key tips that you can use to share your testimony with anyone, anywhere, at any time. Stay tuned. A lot of people I've talked to about sharing their testimony, the concerns that they relate to me about being anxious, nervous, et cetera, about talking to people regarding their testimony is that they haven't really thought it out. They haven't taken a deep dive and really thought about what was that moment for me. For some of us, it's really drastic, like my story, and then other people, it's a little bit more gradual, people who grew up in the church, etc. And so they haven't really thought out their story. So I would say that is one of the main issues that people are facing. The other part is just the nervousness about people's, being receptive to the message itself. And I would just say, we're going to go over right now 5 key things that you can do to share your testimony with anyone, anywhere, at any time. So let's go through them one by one. Step 1, prayer. I would say step 1 needs to be prayer. We need to be praying about and asking the Lord to show us opportunities where we can share our story, our testimony with those around us. That could be at the store, it could be, at work, it could be really anywhere. But you have to be open and willing and ready for those opportunities, and being in prayer, in communion with the Lord, and asking Him to show you those opportunities so that you're ready at the drop of a hat to share your testimony, I would say is step number 1. Step number 2, think through your testimony. Spend some time telling yourself your own testimony. The more you think about it, the more you will come up with a concrete story of how you got saved, right? And then I would say practice goes along with this step. Just practice it. Just go out and try to share your testimony with maybe some people close to you first, if your spouse or maybe your brother, sister, best friend, whoever, people that are not going to judge you, that are going to allow you to go through your story and just see how it comes across, So that would be step number 2, is just, hone your story, really get a handle on what your testimony is, and then practice it. Go out and just tell some people the testimony and see what the reaction is. Step number 3, authenticity. I would say this is one of the most important things. A lot of people have the tendency to try to embellish a story to make it more exciting. There is no need to embellish your testimony. Your testimony has all the power in the world to lead people to Jesus Christ. In the book of Revelation, there is a verse that actually says, in regards to Satan himself, that Satan will be overcome by the blood of the Lamb, meaning Jesus Christ, and the word of our testimony as Christians. So you don't need to embellish. You don't need to make it more exciting. Your testimony already has all the power it needs to save to the utmost. Step number 4, keep it focused on the gospel. The simple gospel message. The power to save a person has nothing to do with us. It's not in and of our own strength, anything that we're going to be able to do or formulate with our words or, selling it to somebody, etc. We're not going to be able to do that. So don't even try, right? But I would say that leave it up to the Holy Spirit and just give them the simple truth of the gospel. Jesus Christ came, He lived a sinless life, He was crucified, died on the cross, and was raised up to life 3 days later. If we believe with our heart and confess with our mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord, that we will be saved, right? That is the simple gospel message. The gospel has the power to save whoever, wherever, whenever, right? So just keep it focused on the gospel. It should begin and end with the gospel. So keep it simple, present the gospel to them, and what the impact will be, the consequences for them making the decision to place their trust and their faith in Jesus Christ. Step number 5, call to action. Now that you've presented your testimony, you've gotten over your fear, your anxiety, you've gotten more comfortable, you're looking for opportunities, as we call them. There's no coincidences. There's only God incidences. Keep an eye open and keep your eyes fixed on Jesus so that you can spot these moments, these God incidences, right? Now that you're there and you're sharing your testimony, what is the call to action for these people? What is it that you're asking them to do? What is it that you're leading them to do? And I would say the call to action is for them to get alone with Jesus, right? And give their heart and life to Jesus Christ so they can see the transformation in their life that you've seen in yours. Now that we've gone over these 5 steps, I'm going to tell you a quick story about a moment in time. I was working on my book. Links are down below, by the way, if you're interested. Title of the book is He Calls Me Redeemed, a memoir of childhood sex abuse, heroin addiction, hope, and redemption. I had just finished the book, was working on editing it, etc. Friend reached out to me, said, hey, I'd love to read the book. I told him, hey, listen, I don't have a physical copy yet, but I could, get it to you as soon as I have one. He said, okay, no problem. I got a text message the next day. He said, listen, bro, I don't want to wait. Can you send me a PDF or something? I'm dying to read this book. So I sent him a PDF copy. He reads the copy, reaches out to me a few days later. He says, hey, can you meet for coffee? We sit down. He hears my testimony through the book, sits down with me and says, hey, I want to know how I can give my heart and life to Jesus Christ, right? I was more than thrilled because I love this person. I grew up with them, and this was just an incredible moment where I got to share personally. He had read my book and he knows me very well, but I was able to share my personal story of how I came to faith in Jesus Christ. And I actually was able to lead him that same direction, right? Through my testimony, by the power of God, nothing to do with me, by God's grace. So he then started coming to my church, started bringing his family, and it's just incredible. Guys, I mean, this is the kind of thing that we're looking to have happen as believers. So this is the power of sharing your testimony with others. So there you have it, 5 things that you can do today to share your testimony with anyone, anywhere, at any time. Hey, if you like this video, please do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, share with others, leave some comments down below and tell me about some of your experiences sharing your testimony with others. And let's get the comment section going. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. And if you have any ideas for videos in the future, please drop them in the comment section. And if you're interested in my book, He Calls Me Redeemed, there's a link down below in the description. Please click the link, go to my website, check out some of the things that I have going on, and pick up a copy and support me if you're so inclined. God bless you guys. Have an awesome day.